The Treaty of Versailles wasn't a good treaty at all, and ultimately one of the outcomes of it is it leads to World War II.
Yeah, I agree with that because the reparations were super difficult for Germany to pay off, and it got so bad that parents started to give their children money for plans as opposed to giving them toys because money is cheaper to give.
Right, and the reason that they did that was because they had been taken off the gold standard before World War I because they couldn't afford the war. And as a result of that, their money became worth less and less and less until, like we were talking about, they were just giving it to the kids to play with because it was worth so little. And I mean, you have $33 billion in reparations to pay. It's impossible to do that with worthless money.
What about the hyperinflation?
It did lead to hyperinflation. In Weimar, Germany, as an example, they have stories of people walking down the street with wheelbarrows full of cash, and then they stop to go into a store to check on prices. And when they come back out, all their money has been dumped on the street because somebody stole their wheelbarrow because the cash is just worthless.
Oh my goodness, that's crazy. Do you think that hyperinflation eventually led to Hitler?
It definitely led to Hitler because the people were angry, and one of the reasons Hitler got elected was because the people were angry.
So Hitler basically just rose to power by playing off people's anger. He basically just told the German people that big business was to blame and the Jewish community was in charge of the big business, so therefore the Jews were to blame for hyperinflation.
Right, and another problem with the businesses and banks is the soldiers who were coming back, a lot of them felt like they shouldn't have lost that war because they were winning. And they felt like the public back home wasn't supporting them enough, kind of like the American public in Vietnam. And they blamed the businesses and banks for that, and as a result of the war, they also lost a lot of land, which also affected their industrial sector, and, I mean, their economy overall, obviously. So it's definitely, they're looking to blame the Jews.
The Treaty of Versailles overall divided the countries based on location as opposed to ethnic group, and it led to a lot of future conflicts because of that. And without the Treaty of Versailles, there might have not been as many conflicts in the Middle East and Vietnam as there are today.
Exactly. And another bad result was the League of Nations, which also becomes the UN, which is not a good organization. So overall, not many good outcomes.
Without the treaty, there might have never been a Hitler, a genocide of the Jews, or World War II, and many other future conflicts.